Welcome everyone. This is Gabriel, the Forex Helper, and I'm here with another update. Today is Tuesday, December 15th. And it's been a while since I've actually done an update with this account, this specific account here. This is our current market value account. It's designed to be held long term, and it goes through a lot of situations, primarily with the current market movement. Current market movement will always go against current market value. There's always going to be agreements and disagreements, alignment and misalignments. That's just the nature of the market. This is just how the market goes. But the long-term current market value is basically what that name represents. Okay, it represents the value of what the market has determined an asset should be worth or valued for a specific period of time. In this case, a longer period of time. That's just a term that I came up with, but not out of the whim of my head and just out of my imagination. This was out of just research, long, hard research, some trial and error, of course, but certain patterns that I recognized while studying the charts, and pretty much that's what came about. I didn't want to make this video about that. I do talk about that in the ebook and in other videos, but here we are with current market value, and it's coming along. It's still moving forward, and you can see some of these trades are not fully manifested yet. This is a Bitcoin account, by the way. That's not $250,000. I have to say that because, believe it or not, we get that quite often. You have $250,000? That's impossible. That's not true. And that's only 0.10 lot sizes. And it says, wait a minute. Relax. It's not US dollars. It's Bitcoins. It says BIT right after the money value. So, but I do want to talk about what's going on with the market. I made some comments over the past videos, and I stand by all of my comments because I'm only a mouthpiece. I'm only a mouthpiece. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't speculate. I'm not a speculator, right? The majority of the market, when it comes to speculators, they move the market. Speculators move the market, especially with the short-term market. All right? Especially with the fundamental aspect of the market. If you read my ebook, I talk about that. And they're primarily at the bottom of the market. If you look at it from the perspective of a pyramid, all right, just that word alone scares a lot of people away, but it's kind of what it is, A lot of businesses are structured that way. That's just the way a lot of these systems in society, that's how they're structured. All right. The majority of the people, the masses, are at the bottom of the pyramid, and I'm going to apply it to Forex. So the speculators and the beginners and the fast wheel and deal, day traders and all the people that follow that type of approach and have that type of mindset, they're at the bottom of the pyramid. And guess what? That's the most area of space. That's the area, the bottom, the base of the pyramid that can fit. That's the area that can fit the most people. So that's where the majority is. But as a wise investor, you don't want to be down there. You don't want to be with the masses. You can't have the system, without the masses, that's just impossible. It wouldn't work. It just doesn't work that way. So for as long as there's going to be a Forex system, there's just always going to be that group of people down there. Now, what I do is I go out there and, with the information that I provide on the internet, I share it with those individuals, and some of them, they catch on, some of them don't, some of them come, some of them go. There's just a host of different outcomes when it comes to this. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. It is what it is. I almost kind of losing track of what I'm trying to say, but I do want to go over the update. I want to talk about the technical stuff here on this update. I guess I'm kind of done with the preachy stuff. All right, let's go to the report. Let's go to the daily financial market report. So with the daily financial market report, what do we have here? We have the date, December 15th, 2020. And very interesting what's going on. Let's look at the MAS score here. All right, so the Forex market, we are at, we seen yesterday some very interesting movements. The spotlight, I said yesterday, was primarily on the US dollar, and it still is. But yesterday and last week, all of last week, the US dollar, I said, was attempting to get out of that tight spot it's been in for quite some time now. And today is the actual day where we are seeing, according to the market, and I said two of the dollar indices, the DXY and the US dollar. The US dollar index, I believe that's from FXCM, and then the DXY from TVC. I forget. But anyhow, both of those finally came into agreement today. It wasn't that clear yesterday, but today, extreme confirmations. The main confirmation was gold. It was a little bit strange that some of the gold pairs that we picked, because of the market, again, here. Anyways, I'll talk about that when I get to the commodities section. So the US dollar back to where it was before last week, which is great. That's great for us because it makes the research a lot more easier. I tell you that, especially when it comes to the US dollar pairs. Now, another spotlight currency is the New Zealand dollar. The New Zealand dollar is going through some turmoil, which is good for the Australian dollar versus New Zealand dollar. That's a good trade to actually get on. But the New Zealand dollar hasn't been confirmed yet. It's an emerging situation. I don't want to give out any more information than I need to on these public updates. I'm not going to tell you if it's a buy or sell. That's why I'm talking like this. If you want to know if it's a buy or a sell and what's going on, get the report, get access to the report, get access to this report, and then read it and understand it and contact us. If you're in the free trial, I've been getting reports from my people that you guys are quiet. If you have questions, it's okay. Ask the questions. I know that when you read this report, it is a little weird because it's different. It's not like what you're used to. It's not like going to these WhatsApp groups and it's like a circus in there. Okay? You go in there and whatever the admin is giving you, buy this now, and you got to get in at a certain session. And then you got to wake up early in the morning and make sure you caught the trade. And then if you didn't, and then you lose this and you don't, that's just insane. That's insane. I used to do that when I first started. I thought that was, the way to go, but no way. No way. That's not the only way, guys. Not at all. So some of you, when you're coming from that kind of world and you get into this and you get access to this report and you look at it, you're like, what in the world is this? What is this? Weeks 0, days 3, weeks 5. There's no stop loss and there's no take profit. Why isn't there any stop loss and take profit? And what is this MAS? And all kind of questions. All type of questions. I got it. Trust me, I understand. It is what it is, though, and it works. So I highly encourage you to get on board, find out how it works, be that student, be studious, take advantage of this opportunity. Don't fall behind. Don't mess it up. That's the best advice I can give you. I've been giving that advice for so long, and I'm going to keep giving that advice. And it's actually getting a lot better. All right. I've had my up and down moments. I have. Okay. I will admit that I'm not perfect. All right. But I will. Look, you know that movie Rocky? Yeah. I feel like Sylvester Stallone. Okay. Like just, you get knocked down, but get right back up again. Pow, get right back up again. Boom. Get right back up again. 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 All right. And I've had my moments. We all have. Okay. There's no way I'm going to, stay down. Forget that. All right. It's not by accident that we are here right now. You're here listening to this, that I'm here giving this. And at this time, at this specific time in history, I've learned, and I'm still learning, to just accept it. I used to battle just with myself. Oh, I'm really preachy today, am I? Okay. All right. 60% MAS score. Let's move on. All right. New Zealand dollar, that's kind of the spotlight, but the US dollar, definitely the spotlight of the hour. Commodities. You can even see here a big effect on the commodities. The storm definitely set in. This one's kind of a catch-22. We put some trades in some of these accounts for account management. You guys probably noticed that we had some silver, we had some gold that we had to readjust. Why? Again, here's part of the reason why. Number one, like I've said before, that's why we place trades on Mondays and Tuesdays. Tuesdays will probably be the best way to go. But the setup for Monday, the market told us one thing. Sure enough, the next day, the market told us another thing. Will the market do that? Of course, that's what the market does. So I'm going to go with what the market says. If the market changes its mind, then am I happy about that? No. Are you going to be happy about that? No. But I would rather listen to what the market says at the beginning than to not even know what the market is saying. Thank goodness that we got the ears to hear what the market is saying. Thank God for that. And then number two, if the market decides to change his mind, for example, here, let me be more clear. Let's say the market says, okay, sell oil, and it's Monday. So guess what? According to the research, if I see sell, boom, I'm going to go with sell. I'm not going to argue against that. Now, let's just say while I'm doing the research, I got this little, gut feeling that, man, this doesn't look like it could be a sell. It just looks like, it could be a buy. I get that quite often, but I've learned not to go off of that. Even if I was right. Let that sink in for a little bit. Because Because look, even if I was right, okay, and then the next day, it wasn't a sell. The next day, the market says, actually, it's a buy now. Well, guess what? Yeah, I might have been right with my gut feeling on that Monday, but here Tuesday comes and the market says it's a buy. Well, then guess what? In between Monday and Tuesday, I might have lost a little. But guess what? I'm going to go right back and take the market's suggestion and take that buy. And I might have lost whatever the amount I might have lost. I take that now, reposition myself according to the market. And guess what? Guess what? I'll make up whatever little I lost. And why do I say little? Because it's only been a 24-hour period. I would rather catch something in a 24-hour period time span than find out a week down the line that I was going the wrong way. You follow what I'm saying? And then on top of that, going back to the point of, yeah, maybe I was right on Monday with the gut feeling. But if I keep on going with gut feelings, then guess what? I'm going to create a pattern in my mind, in my investor's mindset, that I got to go with my gut feeling. And there's no way I'm going to trade like that, because you're going to lose every single time. That's like gambling, okay? You got a gut feeling? No, you don't trade off of feelings. You don't trade off of gut feelings, whether you're right or wrong. Because guess what? There's no methodology in that. Unless you got that gift, and I don't got that gift to go off of gut feelings. I don't even play the lottery. I've never played the lottery. Not once in my life have I played, because I don't consider myself to be that person that's going to go get a scratcher and go win something. I don't even want to try it. I don't know. No. To me, that's scary. It's just to put everything on chance. I want to be sure. I want to make sure. I want to be as close as possible to the exact number, as close as I can. Okay? So that's what happened with gold and silver yesterday because of the dollar. But now, since the dollar is so clear today, the market is so clear. Now gold and silver very clear. And gold versus silver is very clear. Gold versus silver. I can't believe I thought about taking that one off the I don't know what I was thinking. I'm leaving that on. Yeah. It's on the report, guys. Let me move forward now. Goodness gracious, I don't even know how long this video is so far. Cryptocurrency. It's finally starting to get out of the red, guys. This one's been a little bit of a nuisance because if you look at the report, we still have Bitcoin. I know some of you guys might be looking at the report like, you might have a little shadow of doubt with what the report is indicating when it comes to Bitcoin. And I could understand why that is. But again, it goes back to that same principle. I can't go off of speculation. If that's what the market is saying, that's what the market is saying. Now, why is it that certain things, certain assets have different data when it comes to the market, or conflicting data, or what may appear to be conflicting data? Let's put it like that. I don't know. I mean, could it be market manipulation behind the scenes? Maybe. I know that exists. I've seen that in the data before. I've seen it with my own eyes with oil. Stunned. The data said one thing, and it was a whole nother thing took place. I've seen it firsthand. So And that's because we live in a world where there's corruption. And I don't want to talk too much about that because then I'll make this video way too long. Longer than what it already is. But there's changes coming back with the crypto market, guys. So we're seeing that with the MS score. But that's not from Bitcoin. It's from Bitcoin Cash. It's from Litecoin and from... Let me see. So let me try to guess. Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and yeah. Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin. They just joined the move. Interestingly enough. And don't get frustrated. It's easy to get frustrated, especially when you're like on a... Look, in this type of market where we're in right now, where there's like a storm, I mean, with the MAS score, we see that there's a storm here. We see that in the Forex market, there's a storm. We see that in the cryptocurrency market, there's a storm. We see that in the indices market, there's a storm. So when you're trading in this type of environment, expect even your positioning to be a little shaky, because that whole period of time will reflect a little bit of like choppiness. But I will say this, at least look at the brighter side of things. At least when you're in this network and when you're taking trades according to our strategy, the Forex helper strategy, the current market value, current market movement, when you're taking trades according to that, at least you're still in the game, so to speak. Okay? I like using the analogy of the ocean. At least your boat is still afloat. And you're looking out into the horizon and you're looking out all around. You see all these other boats and all these other ships with their captain and their crew. And man, they're getting pummeled. They're getting pummeled. You're seeing men and women jumping overboard and throwing their cargo overboard. They're losing all their trades and their boats are just, they're just sinking all around you. But guess what? The Forex helper ship, it's still sailing, guys. And I don't say that proud. I don't say that to be boastful. I don't say that for any of those things, because that's one thing I've learned too. I better not even go that way. I better not even think about going to the side of being boastful and prideful and arrogant, because the moment you go to that territory, you're guaranteed to fall. Okay? So remain humble. Okay? And grateful. I just thank God it is what it is. Okay? But realistically speaking, there's a lot of people out there, and that's one of the reasons why I said I got with my partner, and thank God for him. And we just cleaned up the whole situation here at the Forex Helper. Not for our benefit, but for the benefit of others, because I got some content that I made, and I talk more about that in that content. But this world is really, really turning upside down, especially when it comes to the financial aspect of things. And guys, you got to be prepared, because this is craziness. This is an opportunity to really, really, really have an opportunity to get some extra money safely, considering everything. All right. What's going on in the indices? Why did it jump from 27 to 33%? This has actually probably been my frustration. The indices market has been my frustration. Because all this 27, 13, 27, 33, all that choppiness, I got a little frustrated because I took some trades on some of these indices and turn around and they're just all over the place. The Dow, the S&P, even the German index, just all over the place. I mean, in most cases, I would say this, when it comes to indices, in most cases, they're better off taking the CMV. They fit the CMV so nicely. It's almost as though CMV was designed for the indices market. And then when the current market movement takes effect, you better just be happy if you're holding on to these indices long term according to the current market value. So that's where I am with the indices. In other words, I'm learning that it's best to not really go against the current market value if you're going to go with the indices market. If you're going to go against the current market value, it's not really that worth it. All right, especially in this type of market condition. So if there's a storm in the indices market like we see now, just wait it out. Wait it out, especially if you're going to go into the indices. Just wait it out. Now, if there's a storm, but you see that there's an alignment, by all means, go for it. And there's a couple of them that happen to be that way. If I look at the report, I'm actually happy to see where the dollar is from an investment standpoint, by the way. There goes the DAX, a new trend today. 0 days. There goes a new trend on the UK. That was starting to form from last week. Definitely there was a takeover today. But there's no alignment there. I just see it's not aligned with the current market value. I just would stay out of it. In fact, I'm going to put a warning label on all of these that are misaligned. Here goes the NASDAQ. You see that? It's on fire. Singapore. Okay. All right, so the volatility index, very volatile. You can see current market movement, extremely volatile for 4 days. All right, so this video went way longer than expected, but it is what it is. Definitely the top picks, guys, are still doing very well. This is no longer slightly emerging. This has been confirmed. Okay. This one here has been confirmed. Okay, right. This one has been confirmed as well. And this top pick has also been confirmed. For those of you who are able to see this, you know what I'm talking about. This one here, this one is choppy. We're going to see some issues here. And I would be very, very surprised, in fact, if we were to see a reversal on this one here. So keep that in mind. I know some of you guys, we have placed that on your account. That's because the current market movement and current market value are showing that it's okay, but it is choppy. The dollar yen That one is choppy, but as of today, it went right back to where it's supposed to be. All right, so okay, guys, I'll see you on the next update. God bless.